From the studio of WTAP Plus, you're watching Women of the MOV with host Phyllis Smith.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Women of the MOV. Today, I am with a small business owner who owns several businesses. Her name is Candy Westfall, and she owns Henslers Market and Westfall Towing, and she's going to tell us about all the other ones that she owns as well. So I'm going to widen out here. Hi, Candy. Thank you for joining me.
Yes, thanks for having me.
Yes. So tell us a little bit more about, so we were talking about you have several businesses that you own with, with your husband.
Yes.
Can you tell us more about maybe what was the first one that you established?
Well, our baby is Henslers Town and Country Market. That started, on its own back in '97. For years before that, we worked at his grandpa's market. I learned a lot. I had started out like working for his uncle in the fields. Following year, I started in the market with him. Then real life came along. We graduated high school. Like a year into it, back in '96, our son came along. And by '97, you realize we needed more income. So we started our own market, started that down on Pike Street in Marietta. That was in the fall. And honestly, looking back, like that first day, I can still remember we did $37. So things have come a long way.
Oh, wow, $37 in the whole year?
For the whole day.
Oh.
The whole day. And it was a Saturday, and we were like, what?
Yeah.
We were so ready. But obviously, things have come along. We do have another store in St. Mary's. We kind of lined that up in December of 19, and what do you know, COVID hit in the middle of us doing all the revamps. And you know what? You just say, we got to keep going. Like, what are you going to do? We're in the middle of this. So we continued. Then it finally got open in basically June of 2020, and it's running strong. We're lucky to have great people, great clientele. Marietta's served us so well.
And that location's been open since '97?
Well, basically, Marietta, back in '97, we originally rented. And then unfortunately, it would have been October of '03, I guess. Would that have been '03? I believe. We had a major fire event, took our entire store. It was pretty bad. That was our sole income. That was our sole, felt like our sole purpose. That was our place to go to. So we literally came out of the ashes, made a decision, figured it out, found a piece of land, and then that next spring we did reopen, and that was just a little bit up the street from the original. So.
And where are you located now in Marietta?
That's 1020 Pike Street.
Okay.
Just like a mile from the interstate, so we're close to the hubbub of everything.
Wow.
Yeah.
And what do you offer?
Well, I know there's a lot.
Yeah.
We do. We originally fresh produce, and generally that was based on local stuff. So usually that starts in May, takes you through October, November. But we decided we needed more. Like after that first year on our own, we're like, well, you can't really be sustainable with that. So we added a deli. With that deli comes us slicing meats and cheeses, making fresh meals, salads, baked goods. Recently at Marietta, we added pizza. So that's been a pretty good hit. We're pretty proud of the sauce and how that all is put together. Then once we pull out of the deli, we've got our Amish goods, and that means jarred goods and candies. Then we've got gifts, and of course in the spring and in the fall we do a lot with flowers, fresh out of the greenhouse, with veggie plants and herbs, and every season brings its thing. So. Yeah.
Wow, sounds like you stay busy.
We do. But we wouldn't know how to be any other way.
Right.
Yeah.
And then, so you were able to eventually open up the St. Mary's location?
Yes.
Oh, nice.
Yes, that was exciting. We've done other locations. Like we were in Newport for a while. But that fire happened, and so we just knew we had to regroup, and we only had focus for one thing: get back to Marietta. We've been in some other little spots with tents and that, and they've served us well, but for one reason or another, we've moved on or went on to something else. So we keep chugging along. Yeah.
Do you split your time between those two businesses, or
I don't as well as I would like. I am super fortunate to have a wonderful manager, and she happens to be my daughter-in-law, and she manages the St. Mary's store, does a terrific job. I mean, we couldn't do that without her.
Yeah. Then
Yeah.
more of your family is involved with the store too, right?
Yeah, yeah. Like, of course, my husband. We have 2 other children. Well, we have 3 children. The oldest is 30, and he really helps us with another business that we have. And the other 2, they're teenagers, so they get to help in the market.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Some summer
so,
job.
good old summer job.
Yeah,
and-
yeah.
But they don't seem to mind. I mean,
Yeah.
there's ice cream involved. There's pizza, snack. There's
it could
good
be worse.
rewards. Yeah,
Yes.
it could be way worse. Yeah,
Mhm.
and we started out in an open air market where it was so hot, and it could get really bad and really hot, and now that we have air conditioning, that's a perk.
Oh,
Yeah,
absolutely.
yeah.
Yes. So, and then you have Westfall Towing.
We do. Honestly, that came as big a surprise to us as to anyone that we started that. We had a little car lot, used car lot, ended up with a little wrecker, and with that wrecker, we got the idea, well, we could be on like 911 calls, like it's called state rotation or maybe the county rotation. So we got involved with that, and we would be so excited to get like a call every week or 2. I mean, they'd go busting through that door, sliding those boots on, running to get into the trucks. And that was with that one little truck. Then they decided they liked it. Our son was getting older. He needed something to go into, so we expanded. And so we've expanded into that, and fortunately, we've got a great crew of employees. We have a nice location. We have great trucks, and we've really served a lot of communities with this adventure that we didn't see coming.
Is that based in Marietta also?
It is based in Marietta. We are in other locations. We're down in Athens. We're over in Westfall County.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So, yeah, we stay busy, and we just expect that out of our kids too, and our employees. But we appreciate it that we are lucky that we could grow, and then we had a community that would allow us to grow.
So, whenever you are in a small business, I feel like you have to teach yourself a lot of things. If you
Everything,
You-
like we kind of jumped into it. Yeah.
So, what did you kind of do when you were like starting a towing company? Like, what did you do to did you ask other people, or
No,
did you
in-
kind of a family history, or
We had nothing backing us. We had no information backing us. We just knew that we liked to do it. We knew that Josh really, that's our oldest, really had a handle on it. So yeah, I guess we did have one friend that we were able to ask some questions with, and then really just started doing our research and what does it take? How do you get to get people to call you for a tow, whether it be an accident or maybe, a battery problem, So a lot of that helped with, I'm not gonna lie, with advertising. We started with WTAP several years ago, and you wouldn't believe, people would say, well, I saw your ad on WTAP, we're giving you a call. So it all matters, whether we were reaching out for someone's opinion or making phone calls even to like the insurance companies to see what we could do. Yeah.
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 And do you have more businesses other than those
Well,
two?
we do. I mean, we have that car lot that I was speaking of, which it has grown too. It started out as something rather small, and we rented the lot, but we were super happy to do that. We're just
You sell cars too?
yeah,
Oh,
yeah. So we
okay.
do the cars, and we're all licensed salespersons, and I've wrote up my share of contracts, and I still like doing it on paper, but of course it's all
Oh, yeah,
digitized. It's all
yeah.
digitized now and on the computer. But yes, we do that, and luckily we were able to purchase a piece of property that's next door to the Marietta Market. So I guess I'm hoping that's made it easier on us. Yeah.
Wow, it sounds like you don't sleep much.
We probably don't. I know.
Yeah.
Well, and honestly, with the towing, you get calls throughout the night. So
Oh, right. When
sometimes
people are stranded at 3 a.m., yeah.
our sleep gets disrupted a lot, and you don't really have that with tomatoes and apples, but it's just something else we've brought on, and we try to share that responsibility with everybody.
And how long have you had that business?
Oh, probably you would think I'd know, but it's been 10, 12 years.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But it
Okay.
started off very low key until we knew what we were up to.
Yeah. Yeah. I love that entrepreneurial spirit, you just keep going until.
Yeah, it kind of came out of necessity. Like I said, we had a child. We had no safety net. We didn't have anyone to pay our bills, so that's what you do. You just keep looking. Don't give up. We've had a lot of mishaps, things that didn't go right, things that you chucked, and you're like, well, I'm not doing that again. But you try to go with what works, and we're lucky to make a living with the things we like to do.
It must be nice being your own boss, kind of.
I guess so. But I'm just so used to 7 days a week. You work, you get up. I bet you for 20 years we didn't even set an alarm. You just woke up. Like, I don't know. I know a lot of people who couldn't do that. So then we're lucky. We're
So
lucky.
you work 7 days a week?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Wow.
As I've gotten older, the last couple years, I've given myself a little bit of grace to take a little bit of time off here and there, or not feel bad to go home early. And a lot of that lies in giving more responsibility to others, to give them the chance to show themselves, and just be willing to let go of the reins for a little bit, and maybe not be so hard on myself that everything has to be done through me. So
Do you have a background in business, or?
no,
Yeah.
just I will say our formation is based on hard work, showing up. Some integrity is a good thing to have. And hopefully you're enjoying what you do, because you're willing to get up 7 days a week and show up and unlock that front door and be there. We were, until like 2 years ago, we were open. We said 8 to 8 days a week, because it felt like 8 days a week. 'Cause,
Yeah.
you did it for year on year. So, yeah.
Wow. And so what's it like working with your husband?
It's great. Like, honestly, we are happier when we're together. Usually if I get agitated, it's because he's not there.
Oh.
And I feel like maybe he's the same way, even if he's doing something with the towing or even the car lot. Yeah, we're lucky that we still like each other after all these
I don't
years.
think a lot of people can say that about their spouse.
I know. Yeah, like, we don't mind. It's just it's always worked.
Now,
Yeah.
does he like handle one side and you handle another, or?
I will say, like, with the markets, when it comes to the produce, even though I'm sure I could probably do it, I've got my hands in many other things. He will take care of that. He will get it ordered or find it. I mean, we've been on road trips. He'll just, back in the olden days, he'd hop in a truck. I mean, you couldn't find anything on the internet, and you would find a farm that had the peaches or the whatever you were looking for, even like flowers. So that's his part, whereas I'm more the deli and the hot food and the Amish stuff. So,
How many employees do you have at the market?
well, we could probably use more, and we're actually going to be, we're expanding. If anyone's driven up and down the road recently, they might see a big Exxon canopy. Well, that's us. So we are putting an addition onto our little farm market, and that's going to be the convenience store part.
Oh, wow.
Hope to have it open in a couple months. I tried not to get too crazy on the timeline. But right now we've probably got, I don't know, 10, 12 employees between both stores. And, honestly, we will be hiring really soon.
That's
Yeah.
exciting. A
Yeah.
convenience store? Yeah.
Yeah, with the gas from Exxon.
Oh, cool.
Something we've talked about, but then again, we're like, well, how in the world does anyone go about that? Well, he made some phone calls, found out we were capable, and we just kind of rolled with it. So,
Wow.
Yeah.
I can just I can just imagine all the little details you have to pay attention to.
Yes, like it's.
Like I'm sure like permits or like
There's
licensing,
everything.
like
There's
just all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, and I'm the one going, did you check into that? Like, I'm like, I read, and he's like, I already called so and so, so he's pretty good. I'm the one who sends the emails, and I'm like looking online, and he'll just pick up the phone and he calls someone who he knows has already done it. So I'm like, okay, yeah, we handle things differently,
Yeah.
but
Do you have lots of friends that are also small business owners?
I feel like we do. Yeah, maybe you attract that type of person.
Right.
Yeah, some of my best friends are on their own, doing their own thing, and I'm really proud of them. There's some of the people that I don't think they know how much of an influence they are. And then with him, yeah, a lot of people, like just from the type of businesses we do ourselves to things that help us in our business. And I don't know, you end up being friends with people, and when you have like the same interests, it's easy.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Do you go to like conventions for your business or?
Not so much. Not that the opportunities aren't there, but it's often hard to get away.
Right.
So I do make it to food shows, and so that's fun. Just trying new foods and hopefully finding something we can bring back and introduce and be happy about. I mean, I get excited over new jellies. So like,
Yeah.
if it's cheese or drinks, it's fun.
Yeah. Yeah. Everybody loves. What's your favorite kind of jelly?
Strawberry.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, strawberry jam. Yeah.
Oh, I like a good. Do you sell blackberry?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
My husband's favorite is our seedless black raspberry. So.
Oh, that sounds
that's
divine.
good. Mhm.
Yeah, yeah. So your market, if somebody hadn't been there before, is there like anything that you would recommend to them, or do you have like a specialty at your market?
Well, like if you were to come up to the deli and eat a sandwich, I would recommend the Hensler Club. I would recommend it toasted. And it's kind of a basic sandwich, but boy, it's good. It's ham, turkey, and bacon, pepper jack American. I load mine up with lettuce, tomato, and honey mustard. It's my go-to. It was the sandwich I always ate, but it didn't have a name. So then it became the Hensler Club.
Yeah.
So that, and I don't know, there's a lot of good sodas that we have. Of course, I'm really excited with our pizzas. That's really something that Travis wanted to do forever, and I was like, no. And finally, I'm like, fine, do it. You're gonna do it whether I say yes
Toss
or
the
no.
pizza in
Yeah,
the
like
area.
whatever.
Yeah.
Here we are. But his ideas usually work out, so like, how can I like diss him on that? So the pizza's good, and yeah, and it's always fun to go shopping through our greenhouse when it's loaded. We're in the middle of summer, so we're not so much loaded, but it's always good to come in, and I'm always getting new things in, and people are like, I didn't realize you had so much in here. Like, from the outside you can't tell that, so you have to stop. And putting things on Facebook or even on TV or in the newspaper still doesn't tell the story until you've walked in.
Right. Yeah. It sounds like it's got a lot to offer.
Yeah.
And the St. Mary's location, do you have a greenhouse there? Or is it a little bit? Oh, okay.
It's basically Marietta, but just a little smaller. We haven't added the pizza there, but we do have we do specialty coffees, so we have all that happening there. I've been dragging my feet with it in Marietta, so it'll probably be coming. But
adding coffee.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody loves.
coffee. I know.
Do you drink a lot of coffee?
You would think I would, but no, not that much.
Oh really? It's just natural.
It's just not.
Oh,
I
you're
would
just
like to think so.
Lucky
Yeah.
like that. Yeah. So I'm sure being a small business owner, you've had to try things and they didn't work. And
Yeah.
so how do you deal with that? Sometimes I know, if something's not going right, not panicking, but thinking that you've failed. Do you, as a small business owner, do you think of it that way?
We-
or you probably can't afford to think it that way?
I
or-
can't really. We can't afford to like look back. And my husband, he tells me not to worry. He's like, this will work out, and if it won't, that's okay. We tried. So I guess I'm the one who's a little more tense on everything, but I've loosened up over the years. I can't control everything. I can only put my best effort into it and hope it works. But yeah, there's some things we've just said, yeah, I spent this much money on this and that wasn't how I planned. Or maybe I put so many hours into this and that didn't happen. It happens. You can't let it be there are setbacks, but you can't let it be the thing that stops you. We have, like he always says, he's like, we have too much to look forward to. So let's look at the good. So we do, and here we are, and it's become a family thing, and and a community thing. I hope that the community likes this as much as we like being there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm sure. I can't imagine the pride that you feel like being able to just like unlock your own business or like, go in there whenever you want. It's like yours.
Yeah,
you know?
Seriously, you try not to take it for granted. Nobody gave us anything. Maybe it would have been easier, but then again, would I have appreciated it as much? Probably not. So we've really worked hard, like just teenagers who just had a child to feed, and we took something that we knew a little bit about. We knew about produce. He was good at produce. And then we expanded from that on the things that we introduced and was our own thing. And one thing I've never done is compare myself to anyone else. I compare myself to the person I was yesterday. Like, oh, I kind of messed that up, didn't I? Well, I'm going to do that different today. So, I don't know. I just look forward, always.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good advice. And so, could you like walk us through maybe just like what a typical a normal day for you might be?
Well, generally, when I've had a little bit of rest and maybe the phone hasn't kept me up, I go work out with a friend of mine. She has a fitness studio, and that's at 5:30. And then from there, once because it's right next to my business, then maybe I'll go hop in the business for a few minutes and go place some orders. When it's school time, then I go home, make sure the kids are up, and we get them rolling and out the door. And then we have 4 wonderful, huge dogs that have to be tended to every morning. And then we go through that, and then we end up at the market, between 8 and 9, depending on how the day has actually went. And then once I get to the market, we start our lunches. That's usually first thing. Wind through the produce, fill up what needs filled up, front things, and we like to have our lunch ready to go at 11. Some things are available all day, and it's just boots to the ground. Like, there's always something to do. Like, there's trucks coming in daily, whether it's from Amish country or maybe it's the Pepsi driver. Yeah, there's a lot to do. Or now there's still the greenhouse, so you still got to make sure things have been watered, things have been moved, and that literally just goes on all day until, like right now, we close up at 7. So, and you do it all over the next day. So
Wow.
that's with that business. The towing's 24 hours a day, and they never know what's going to be on the other end when the phone rings. So it could just be, just a tire change, or it might be an accident or a semi or something. So
Now, when
yeah.
you're dealing with each of the businesses, do you have to bring like a different skill set, or is it kind of like you have a baseline you're working with? Is it different to try to switch between those two?
It's all based on customer service. And I feel like most days we handle that really well. I feel like with the market, I can be a little more silly and relaxed, because usually you're dealing with people face to face. Some of these people I've known my whole life. So many people they're like family coming in. But when you're with the towing, often you do have to be a little more serious, a little more, things are more exact.
People are probably more grumpy.
And grumpy, or like maybe just, sometimes they're on their worst day. They've just
Right.
had an accident, or something
Stressed out,
they
yeah.
are stressed out, and you can't let that get to you, and you've got to be the person of reason and say, listen, we deal with this every day, here's how it's going to go. And then once they've got a plan of action, you can usually like de-stress them. Yeah, so I mean, customer service, but a little stricter on how you handle people with the towing. Yeah.
Yeah. Is there anything about being a small business owner that you wish people knew, or you think maybe they don't realize?
Well, that I mean, whether it's me or the guy down the street, that it's always, at least for me, it never turns off. I'm always thinking about it. I get home, and yes, I've finished the dishes and the dogs, and we've all showered. Well, guess what? I'm looking up recipes, or I'm looking up just different ways to display something, or I'm looking for like new products. We never shut off. And I don't know if that's good or bad. I don't know if that's right or wrong. But I feel like a lot of people are. There's a lot of pressure, I feel like, for women to do it all.
Oh, yeah.
We're trying to be maybe wife, mom, we're keeping the house together, but we're also like running this business, and we're supposed to do it all well. And I think we do, but there are good days and there are bad days, and you just can't let those bad days stick with you and be what you keep looking at.
Yeah. How did you manage it with like 3 little kids?
I'm gonna be honest, some of it I don't remember. Like, some of it is such a blur. But I will say, because we have done our family in the community that we were born and raised, I had sisters who helped with the kids. He had brothers who helped with the kids. A wonderful grandmother that came up in the summers. And then just, we had some really great caregivers. But then again, the kids, with us owning the businesses, had to come a lot of the time. Like, I can remember our youngest, or our oldest, being a year and a half old when we first opened, and he'd be asleep underneath the counter. And by the time they were 2 and 3, trying to sell cantaloupes and bacon to customers. Like, I love the stories I get back of the kids, because I forget about those days. Like, oh, I remember when your little girl drew me a little sunshine picture and told me to put it on my refrigerator. And it's like, she did used to do that,
Yeah.
So, good memories. It's been a blur, and I hope we've done them right. Yeah. But I know they all have good work ethics.
Oh,
yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Has there ever been, it sounds like you're pretty passionate, but has there been any day that where you're like, I want to like throw in the towel, or has this always been your dream?
Sure. There have been times, I mean, there's been economic downturns. There have been just things that just didn't go right. There's maybe just been things that you wish you had done different, and you're like, man, how do we get back out of this? But never that I was ever serious about it. I'd just be like, oh, what am I to do? And usually either I have Travis's back or he has mine, and we get our heads right, and you go back the next morning, because like, we're like, what else are we gonna do? So yeah, we're lucky to like what we do.
Yeah. Do you think having a good partner made a big difference?
Oh, huge. Yeah. Even if I had went into something, if I would have done even like my own thing, let's say he was just doing a 9-to-5 job, it would have been a lot harder to stick with it. I mean, I think it would have been easier to just, he understands the good, the bad, and there's more good than anything, but there's a lot of pressure to, like, you can't just pause and say, well, I'm not sorting the tomatoes today. No, you got to sort the tomatoes.
You have to.
Yeah.
Well, is there anything else you would like to add?
I don't know. I'm really excited for what we have yet to come. Not gonna lie, like, I thought the stage, since we put so many years in, that we'd be gearing down, and here we are, like, fast forwarding, and I'm like, we're gonna have a gas station.
Yeah,
So
that's exciting.
That's gonna be something, and so it's just we're excited for everything, and the towing's still rolling, and the kids are growing up, and we're just
Yeah, maybe they'll own small businesses, maybe.
maybe, yeah, maybe. Or they can run. No.
Yeah.
It's I just hope everyone, if you ever have an idea, like, and you've got the opportunity, just go for it. I mean, you might get pushed down more times than you feel like is fair. Maybe that's a good way to put it, but I'm serious. Like, we have been pushed down so many times.
Really?
The things that have happened in our lifetime. We could write a book.
Yeah.
I kid you not, but that's going to take too much time to do that.
That's
So
another podcast.
We'll just do this podcast. But yeah, keep going. And for girls or boys, like, I hope they find their passion, and they can build on that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, you've been a wealth of information, and I've enjoyed talking to you.
Yeah, I loved it.
Yeah. Well, good. It wasn't so bad, was it?
No, not at all.
Well,
No.
good. Well, good. Well, everyone, that is Candy Westfall, and this is the latest edition of Women of the MOV, and I will see you all next time.